So I was reading this article online. It's from one of my classes called Intro to Digital Media that I'm taking right now. It's a very interesting class. Um, I'm reading this article that was written in 1999. And it talks about, the fear of using the internet back then as how it pertains to now. It's more like a privacy issue, if you will. So I'll read what it says here from the article. It says, for many internet users, privacy fears run deep, and they are acting on those fears. Companies that sell services and goods on the internet will lose $2.8 billion in sales in 1999 because of privacy concerns. That kind of is accurate in a way to this day. Something that also caught my eye was what happens during the next sentence. It says, the study reports that 2 out of 3 consumers are extremely or very concerned about releasing any private information online. Of those who are concerned, 48% won't shop online at all. Those who do shop spend 21% less than those who are not anxious about privacy issues. Then it says, who can blame them? What this article kind of relates to, it's what it's reminding me of. It reminds me of this one time, the fear of who follows you, all these advertisements, all these pop-ups. It reminds me of this one class that I was taking in LaGuardia Community College. The one class that it was a communications course, and one of my professors, Louis Luca, who happened to be in charge of the communications program in LaGuardia, he introduced us to this new program that Firefox had at the time. It still does to this day, called this program called Lightbeam. Now, what Lightbeam does is it tracks the users. It tracks like whoever's using Firefox at the time. It would track, what websites was following them to that website. I remember one time I logged into the Anonymous Twitter. I just wanted to see what Anonymous was about at the time, and I used Lightbeam. And Lightbeam told me that the FCC, the government's communication segment, this segment of communications for the government, was following me. I could not believe it. It was the FCC of all people were following me, and to an extent, I kind of felt scared. That they had access to my information, that whatever's on my laptop, they would have access to it because I was just accessing, the Anonymous group. At the time, it was 2012. There was still a big, huge hit. There was still, protests on Wall Street, and I just wanted to know what they was about. And then the FCC started following me. I thought I would get a letter in the mail or something like that. So I felt my privacy kind of being invaded. However, I still do believe in the power of open information. It's just that, I believe that certain information should be kept private. As far as I know, when it pertains to Google, Google says that they try to keep they keep their information private, and they only keep it within, the company, which I'm not really concerned about. It's just that other people would be concerned. This is another reason why I like Google, is that if you're using Google, for all the Google Chrome users, there is an option called Google Incognito, in which you can use Google Chrome and it doesn't save any of your history. It doesn't save, usernames, passwords, all of that information. It does not save a thing. I use Google Incognito all the time. doesn't save anything. You know, it doesn't save my information, doesn't save any of my passwords, doesn't save any credit card information that I put online or debit card information. Um, so I use incognito because of that fear going back to 2013. So I feel I can relate to the sense of privacy being taken away from people. But then again, like I said, Google kind of provides this, I would say, this feeling that, we're protecting you. You can feel free to roam the internet without the sense of Big Brother always watching you, which is why I tend to use Google Chrome Incognito, is because I don't like the sense of like Big Brother crawling over me. Yes, I believe that information should be released to the globe. I believe information should be accessed worldwide, but I believe also in the privacy of people. I believe everybody should have some sort of privacy, especially when they're going online. I feel that people should, have access and have the option of having their stuff being private and being only set to them.